yo, started from the bottom of the barrel, New York down to the Thames. See, I got on the apparel, champion hood check, Yankee for the check, done so much for rap. They wanna thank me in the rack, kept boom bap alive. I hustled in the ghetto with goons that survive, real fathers that provide, break barriers trying to reach farther than the skies. I thought there was.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Dandara, aka Bodhi, giving you another raw and uncut. Now, this one's going to be a little different because, as we've seen, 3 members have came out, so now we know it's a crew, which is pretty dope because we kind of talked. We thought maybe it was Ikuro. Obviously, nobody knows, but if you watch a lot of wrestling, let's just say, not just MLW, when I seen the 3 guys come out, they all wearing masks. There's a calling card. The video, how it's like staticky. If you guys watch Impact Wrestling, I'm a big James Storm guy. That's the big homie. If you actually meet this guy, ask him about Chef from Heel Team 6. He'll tell you that's my guy. But if you pay attention to how DCC kind of did, even though, yes, Impact dropped the ball with it because they would have been super official if done right the way it should have been done right. This feels like DCC, like completely. There's so many resemblance to it from the way the videos are shot or messages, how people are taking out the calling card, the mask, the body language. I was like, wait a minute. James Storm isn't signed to anybody, right? And that's one fucking sick veteran to have on your roster. And I was like, maybe they're just trying to take an influence from things they've seen. Maybe it's not James Storm. One of the big guys, he kind of moved around like Jake something, and that's legit the guy's name. It's like Jake something, right? So I was like, man, maybe the big dude's Jake something. No one knows. They wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? And you, unless you're there for when it happens, like when DCC happens, I literally was sitting there. I was like, wow, that's Storm. That's Bram. Third guy, I'm not sure, wound up being Kingston, but their body language, because these guys, or you watch them all the time, you understand how their walk is, and their thing, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is, pause. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. They, thank God they put the beats down to Microman and the rest of these guys, because, you already know on our channel, you're not going to get a pro. Microman is the shit. It's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to happen. Forget about it. So they put the beats to them, and you're like, all right, dope. They now took people out. We thought it was a one-person thing that took people out. Now we know it's 3. Now, the hard part for this now, if it was one person, you can kind of storyline them and project them going forward. But with the 3-person crew, and it might be bigger, who knows? We got a small sample size. We actually finally seen it in person instead of just being like vignettes. You know what I mean? So you see the 3, but then you go, okay, you got SST, which is with Fatu, Lance, Juicy. That's a powerhouse faction. You have El Jefe, who has Sam Adonis, the national openweight champ right now, John Hennigan, Johnny Fusion, Johnny Underground, Johnny Reels, Johnny Bet Online, whatever the hell his name's going to be, Johnny Azteca, and then you have Taya, right? So you have, which now they're calling them the power couple, and let's keep it 100. The only power couple that we actually give a shit about in MLW is Richard Holiday and Alicia too. And Holiday's, he's doing his thing. It feels like we're going to get him back, so hopefully sometime this year, because ain't nobody did what Richard Holiday did last year. He was absolutely amazing. But they're the power couple. With all the groups like SST, El Jefe's group, Alex Kane and Mr. Thomas, the Bomaye Fight Club, there's groups that are, sitting there. How do you make all these guys feel important? That's going to be the hardest part of AO, whatever they're going to call it. It might be Azteca Outlaws. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's whatever. But I hope it's James Storm, because he'll bring a level of intensity that will make this group be super official. We got a sample size, so if it is Ikuro, I I know it's indie work, but independents and majors, it's way different. You know what I'm saying? Like you're under their guidance instead of your own creation of your gimmick. MLW is really cool with that. Everyone we've interviewed, we got a bunch of interviews with, Myron Reed, Alex Kane, Josef Samael, Ikuro Kwon, just so many guys that they all have said, at least with MLW, you do have freedom for your character. But at this point, obviously we're going to cover it heavy. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. I like the aggressiveness. It kind of reminds me feel like home, and obviously do that 90s shit. So it's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to cover this every time they come out. I'm going to talk it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a fan of this, whatever this is, because we still don't even know what it is. If anyone tells you they know, they're absolutely full of shit. Only the people of MLW know what it is, and we are not the people of MLW. We're fans. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. AB, I think, because I'm going to throw this out here today, I think Thursday, he's going to do a show. I have a show dropping Friday as well. He's going to drop a show basically talking about what's going on with the Reels, because as we see, Reels is about to be on Peacock, and MLW is not about to be on Peacock, because WWE is not going to allow that. So what is going on? He'll break that down more. He's more of the lawyer of this group. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be able to talk to you and break it down to a point that it makes sense. Me, I'll just be like, this shit is whack. Fuck WWE for doing scumbag shit. And that's not really how you want to hear things. For myself, my entire team, I'm out of here. Deuces. Raw and Cut, episode 2.